Welcome to the FCIAC Football Podcast. I'm Dave Rudin, and we got the light at the end of the tunnel. One more day of games. It's Championship Saturday coming up this weekend, and we've got two FCIAC teams that have made it to the finish line. Greenwich, which has been the most impressive team, I think, of anybody in the state during these last two playoff rounds, beat Glastonbury, and they're going to try to win their state title, Class L, against a very good Fairfield Prep team. And then New Canaan, which has just been like a metronome, consistent pretty much from day one with a really strong defense and opportunistic offense. They are coming off a real good semifinal win over Cheshire, and they're going to play Maloney for the Class L title. And joining me for this podcast, I got two of the stars, one from each team. I got Greenwich receiver James Wailgum, and I have Matt Salmini from the New Canaan defense. Guys, thanks a lot for joining me.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so where are you guys like right now in everything? You're starting a game plan, but you're also coming off the excitement of reaching the finals. What are you guys going through right now?
I think we're just trying to take it one step at a time, not look too far ahead, just focus on the game plan and going through practice. And then if we have a good week of practice, hopefully we'll be ready to win on Saturday.
Yeah, I agree. Matt said it pretty well. We're taking it one day at a time, trying to treat this game no differently than we've treated all of our other games this year. We just got to come out on Saturday and execute.
Is there part of you that's like, let's play this game already? Let's just go. You're excited, and I'm sure there's a part of you that's also saying, you guys have been together since August now, and you don't want it to end.
Yeah, definitely. We kind of just, our whole thing for the entire season was just play so we can have one more game, or the entire playoffs. Just play so we can have one more week with each other. We're definitely gonna be sad when the season's over, but we're very excited to be where we are.
Yeah, it's a little sad, growing up with all these guys, and it's coming to an end. My football career is coming to an end, and we're all very excited for Saturday, and I think we just got to come out and play the game how it's supposed to be played, and hopefully it will go our way.
Now, you two teams, I know Greenwich was number one. Matt, I forgot you guys were 2 or 3, and
we were 4 and
okay. Darien was 2, and somebody else was 3.
Yeah,
you guys were 4. So obviously, you guys had high expectations, and we all had high expectations for you. But high expectations doesn't necessarily get you to a championship game. Why don't you guys each answer? But what got you here? What led from those high hopes and all the optimism you guys had coming into the season to being here playing for a state championship on Saturday?
After last season losing to Darien, the semifinals would definitely crush a lot of the juniors on our team, a lot of the kids. So we worked the entire off season from the winter until I guess right before the season with very few breaks. And we just kind of grinded because we wanted to put out all we got for our last season.
Sure, Matt feels similar. Going to the season, like, rankings don't really matter that much. Every team we face is going to give us their best, and it's expected that we give it back to them. So, going throughout the season, we just got to keep it, like, take it one step at a time and do what we do.
Is there anything, one thing, two things about your teams that are even better than you thought they would be back in August? What, if you had to point to one or two aspects of your teams that have exceeded even what you expected, what would you say those are?
Probably the strength of our defense and like our whole bond as a team. Because like we were only with, it was sort of us in the senior class were close last year, and then we were like, oh, whatever, maybe we won't be that close of a team this year, but immediately it was just the same as it was last year. Our whole team kind of just clicked, and we're all just had a bond from square one?
Yeah, it's very similar to Matt. There are a lot of juniors on this team that, I didn't think we would be able to turn to in big moments and they'd be able to step up and fill the shoes. But that is the case this year. I'm very proud of all of them. We're a very hardworking group and it's starting to pay off on the field.
You guys kind of came a little bit, your teams from, I think from different starting points in that I think we knew at least I think we knew the Greenwich starters. At least I had more familiarity with the Greenwich starters than I did New Canaan at the beginning of the year. Matt, how did this? We talked at the media luncheon today, and I made the note to AJ Bell. I think in the 70s, the Miami Dolphins had a championship team, and they had what was called the no-name defense, and it was a defense where there wasn't any real superstar, but there wasn't one bad player at any position. I think that's pretty much what you guys are like right now. Do you agree? And what helped bring this defense together?
Yeah, I definitely agree. We've always been playing together from, I mean, maybe third grade, maybe a little bit later, but for a while, and we kind of just we've always stuck with it. We have a bunch of kids. I think we only have, we have 8 senior starters, so we've all been playing together, and then we kind of brought in the other 3, and we had great team chemistry, and we just we all played well together. We relied on each other. We're all confident within each other's abilities.
Are you guys and it's kind of interesting, you've all almost all of these teams have a group of players that have played together. How are you guys different than when you were in third grade? Was did any guys change a lot, or is anybody gotten a lot better? Anybody in any funny way changed a lot?
It's funny. A lot of kids that we had in youth kind of faded away and didn't. I mean, some kids moved, some kids went to different schools, stuff like that. But a lot of us, we've been playing together for however long. I remember Ty Groff. We had 2 teams when we were younger. Ty Groff, the quarterback for our team. We had a quarterback, Gio Cassione, and we had Max Alert on our team. People like that, Griffin Gettner. We were all competitive going through all the youth stuff, and we all just kind of brought that intensity every year with us until freshman year when we started playing together. It all kind of just clicked.
Do you guys still share a lot of stories and remember stuff from third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade?
Yeah, definitely a little bit. Especially the senior class, because we're kind of reminiscing of our old times. So we're I don't know, the bus rides and stuff, long rides and stuff for before games. We like to talk about old stories.
James, how about I'm guessing it's pretty much a brotherhood with Greenwich as well.
Yeah, our youth football is a little bit different. I think that New Canaan does Pop Warner, but we do we have a football league within Greenwich, which is 5 or 6 different teams. So, when we get to the high school, we're used to playing against these guys, and then all of a sudden we're teammates. And it's a nice learning experience to be able to go from being enemies with someone to being best pals with someone. And I think it really makes us grow stronger together as the years go on.
How much fun is it to play on an offense? I mean, it's got to be good being Jack Wilson, the quarterback. You got, do I hand the ball off to Von Velakis? Do I hand the ball off to Konigsberg? Do I throw the ball to Wailgum? Do I throw to Dixon? Do I throw to DeLuca? I've got 5 mountains standing in front of me. How much fun is it to play on an offense with all that talent?
It's quite fun. I know our coaches have a great time game planning for us. There's a lot of ways we can attack defense, and I think that yeah, I mean, Jack's a great leader. He's definitely the leader of our offense, and I have no doubt that come Saturday he'll lead us to what we need to do.
How about I know you guys don't like to do it, but I'll try to get you to talk about yourselves a little bit. Matt, first of all, you've got lead the team with 106 tackles. You've got 4.5 sacks. You had that big tackle on third down on the Turkey Bowl in the goal line stand when you came flying from the right side. What about the year you've had, and how much has it meant to you to be able to make such a significant contribution to the team?
It means a lot because I mean, growing up, it's always been a dream of mine to be one of the star players for the high school, the varsity New Canaan Rams. It's a big honor in our town, and I mean, I waited my turn. I was behind really good guys last year, so I didn't get to do a lot, but I worked a lot in the off season, and I was confident going into the season that I was going to be able to have a good year.
What about you, James? You've 61 catches, 957 yards, and 12 touchdowns. Those would be great numbers if you didn't have that many weapons on the team. The fact that you've done that with all the other offensive weapons speaks highly of what you've done, and speaks highly of what the offense as a whole has done.
Yeah, like Matt said, I'm very proud to be able to represent my town, and it brings me nothing more joy than being able to go out in front of a bleacher full of Greenwich families and let them go home with a smile on their face because we won a football game.
I haven't really asked, I don't think anybody this, but you guys are both just talking about what football means in your towns. And I've been covering football here for just about almost 40 years, and spent a lot of time both your communities. Matt first, and then James, what does it mean to be a New Canaan football player? What does it mean to be a Greenwich football player?
Definitely means a lot. I mean, the bleachers are always full. The games are always nerve-wracking for me because there's so many people in the crowd. Because I remember like going to these games thinking they were like NFL games, thinking they were like professional games, and wanting to like see all the players. I was always obsessed with it. So it's definitely nice to be able to perform for your town in the same way that the people before you perform for you.
Yeah, as a member of the team, you always have to be on your best behavior because your actions represent that of your team. So, you can't get into any trouble. Um, but I mean, being a member of the Greenwich football team in Greenwich is amazing. Like everywhere you go, people are always talking about football, buzzing about football. If we win, the whole town seems to be in a good mood. And God forbid we lose, like it's like the world's gonna end. Like nobody's in a good mood in the town. So being a member of the team is almost everything, and I love it, and I'm sure my teammates love it, and I'm sure Matt loves it as well.
Is it kind of like what we see in all the football movies? You guys go on a Saturday or a Sunday to go pick up an egg sandwich, and you go in, and people know who you are, and they're congratulating you on a win.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have like a deli right next to the school, and it's like kind of funny. We walk in days before game on game day, and they're always ecstatic to see us, and it kind of brightens my mood.
Yeah, same with us. A lot of the people in the town, because we sort of a smaller town, so everyone kind of knows what's going on. So I mean, you can see anyone who you mutually know, they'll congratulate you about the game, and it means a lot.
I've gotten in the years. I'm into going down to Zumba's for coffee there. So everybody, what is it? Tony's Deli, the deli next to
Yeah,
there.
Tony's
Yeah.
and then CT Sandwich, which are both
Yeah,
big
you see
spots.
everybody. I go down there on a Sunday morning for breakfast, and I usually see like 3 or 4 football players.
Yeah, definitely.
What are you guys gonna miss the most?
Nothing really in particular. Just being a part of the team and playing football every day. Me and my friends always on the team. We always talk about it. It's like, what are we gonna do with our time after the season's over? Like a lot of the kids on our team, we go to Chipotle after practice and stuff like that. We were like, this is one of our last times. We won yesterday. We were like, this is one of our last times going. I don't know what we're gonna do for in the winter and spring. But yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit upsetting not being able to be around my teammates like I am every day. I'm still gonna see them in school, and they're still like my brothers, but it's not gonna be the same outside of football season. And trying to cherish every moment before it's gone.
Is this what have you guys sort of played in your mind what you expect Saturday to be like for you guys? this going to be like the last big scene in Friday Night Lights, or do you have expectations what you think it's going to be like? You think when you guys come out onto the field, you're going to feel any differently than you did for any of the previous 12 games this year?
No, I don't. I think we're just gonna go in with the same attitude we've been going in all season, and then I mean, after the game, it'll definitely settle in, and it'll a whole bunch of emotions. But going in, I think we're just gonna do the same thing we've been doing all year.
Yeah, stage is set. I'm gonna try and keep my nerves in check, but who knows what's gonna happen by the time the game rolls around. That's pretty much it.
You get nervous before every game?
Normally I don't, but I mean, first championship, I might.
Matt, you guys got Maloney. I know you've watched some film of him. What's the key to the game?
We gotta be locked down in the secondary for defense, and offensively we gotta just keep getting better, because the whole playoffs we sort of gotten better and better each game, and gotta be able to continue to perform. I think our defense is gonna do the same thing it's been doing all year. So yeah.
James, you guys have Fairfield Prep. You saw them in the state quarterfinals, but I don't think there are going to be too many people on the field on Saturday that were on the field last year. What do you see as being the keys to your game?
I think that we have to establish a good run game because that will help our passing game. And defensively, I think that, as long as we keep them in check and their passing game and make sure we limit their big plays over the top, we should be fine.
You guys play on different sides of the ball, but Matt, you guys played prep. I was at the game, 14-7 defensive battle. You got any sort of a scouting report or any kind of a game plan advice for James or the Greenwich coaches?
Yeah, I mean, based off how well you guys have done this season, I think you guys definitely have the tools to win. But yeah, we're relentless on defense, and offensively we couldn't really start a lot of stuff, but we got what we needed to do. And yeah, we never gave up during the game. We sort of just kept fighting the entire game. It was a long grindy game, but figured it out.
If we didn't go from 4 to 6 divisions, chances are you guys would have been in the same division, and I'd probably be talking to one of you and not the other. So assuming you both win, and seeing that you guys don't want the season end, you wanna go one more, and we'll get Boyle Stadium or someplace a week from Saturday, and let the Cardinals and the Rams go at it since you didn't get to meet this year.
Not if we win. I like to end in the state championship win.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought that the state championship would be played in Boyle. I was a little upset to learn that we'd be playing at UConn, but it is what it is.
Well, I like that idea, especially as somebody who covers the FCIAC, having the season end with a couple of wins. So it's been a fun ride. It's been a lot of fun for me covering your teams this year, and I can only be at one place while both games cover. But James, I'm going to be with the Rams. So I wish you and your teammates all the best. And Matt, I hope you, the defense, have a few more good sacks, and you guys have been flying all over the field. And I just wish you guys both the best of luck, and I hope you guys and your teammates get to write the final chapter that you guys, I'm sure, have dreamed of since you were kids.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Dave.
Yeah. I like the Godfather poster, by the way. There, that's I like the Sports Illustrated too, but the Godfather posters is definitely a touch of class.
Yeah, it's my top favorite movie of all time.
All right. You got good taste.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks a lot. And that's the FCIAC football podcast, second to last one for the year. Again, I want to thank my guest, James Wailgum from the Greenwich football team, Matt Salmini from the New Canaan football team. I want to thank Cooper Boardman for the sound editing. And we'll be back next week. Hopefully, maybe we'll have these guys back, hopefully talking about a couple of wins.
Yep.
Take care, and we'll see you again next week.
Thank you.